Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters was an amazing movie, but this video is gonna change the way you see it forever. See, behind all the fire choreography and dazzling action, there were so many little mistakes and oopsies in the movie that you totally missed. From Mira becoming a ghost in the movie, to a blink and you'll miss it moment where we see a Saja boy's butt. There's even a particular secret that will blow your minds. We'll reveal that at the end. Okay, let's dive in. Mistake number 1 is hilarious. Remember that cheeky fan signing with the Huntrix and Saja boys? Rumi looks perfect as usual, but look closer at her earrings. Here, she's got a bare earlobe on the right and a dangly earring on the left. But as the Saja boys are about to leave, the camera focuses in on Rumi, and we see that her dangly earring jumped sides completely. See that left ear? It doesn't even have an earring on it. It's like they're playing hide and seek. It's not the only time either. We see mistake number 2 during the iconic performance of What It Sounds Like. Rumi walks out wearing her wing ear cuff on her left ear, but the moment she starts singing, they magically disappear. But then suddenly, in the next shot, they're back again, only to vanish once again once she summons her sword. Even in the group hug scene, the earrings just keep playing peekaboo, and it's not just Rumi's bling. Mistake number 3. When we first meet Jinu, he's walking down the alley, knocks Rumi over, and then pretends to help her up. Notice that his neck is bare the entire time, no necklace. But then, literally seconds later, during the Soda Pop Marketplace performance, boom, he's suddenly wearing a chain around his neck. Where did that come from and how did it just appear? We need consistency, guys. These are things we can't unsee. Mistake number 4 is cheeky, literally. Have you ever watched the Soda Pop performance really closely? Because during the part where the Saja boys slide in and hand out gifts to the kids, there's a blink and you miss it moment that's a bit naughty. If you slow-mo the scene and watch closely, romance actually touches Abby's butt. At full speed, it happens so fast that it feels like a mistake, a tiny animation slip. Or is it? We did a little detective work and found an interview with one of the movie's lead animators, who revealed in the original version of that scene, Mystery was supposed to be caught in his underpants. The creators ended up deleting it for being too suggestive and inappropriate for a kid's movie. But what if the animators left Romance's hand on Abby's butt as a sneaky hint at that deleted scene? Kinda clever, right? Tell us what you think in the comments. The next 2 goofs actually happen at the very beginning of the movie. So the movie kicks off with the Huntrix flying in circles over the stadium in their jet, totally oblivious to the fact that their concert has already started below. Then boom, plot twist. Their entire flight crew, including the pilot, are demons in disguise. Cool twist, right? Except, how in the world is that plane even still flying? The demons struggle to tell a coffee cup from a plant, and we're supposed to believe they've been safely piloting Huntrix's multi-million-dollar jet this whole time? But wait, it gets crazier. When the girls leap from the plane, watch Mira closely. While plummeting toward Earth at terminal velocity, this girl is casually grooming herself mid-air. Now, you'd struggle to tie your hair leaning out of a moving car window, yet Mira is free-falling at hundreds of miles per hour, and her hair behaves like it's in a luxury salon. Oh, and she's using a hairdryer against hurricane-level wind resistance. At this point, the filmmakers have totally abandoned reality, and honestly, you kinda have to respect the audacity. Mistake number 8 just confirms this. During the rehearsal of Takedown, Mira tells Rumi that they don't have time to change songs because the Idol Awards are tomorrow. Later that night, Jinu tells Rumi he'll make sure the Saja boys lose tomorrow. Okay, so walk with me now. The next day, which is the long-awaited tomorrow, Rumi tells the girls she knows they can win tomorrow. Girl, what are you talking about? The Idol Awards are that night. Scriptwriters, get yourself in order. Speaking of Mira, remember this scene? At the Saja Boys concert, we clearly see Mira and Zoey in the back of the stadium, slowly moving forward with the crowd. But in the very next shot, they're standing magically on the opposite sides of the arena. How is that possible? Then, in the next shot, they're suddenly back in the middle of the crowds as if they just teleported, as if they were secretly ghosts that just floated across time and space. Either way, these are powers we didn't know they had. The next mistake is diabolical. So, you remember this scene where the girls are trying to write "takedown"? Things aren't going well for them, and Zoey begins crawling to the wall of pictures and posters. Now, if you look to the right, you'll see a picture of the Saja boys in their demon form, wearing their demon Jeonbok and Gat hats. Now, what's wrong with that picture? After all, it's just a picture of the Saja boys, right? But if you're a real K-pop Demon Hunters fan, you'll know. Because what you're forgetting is that the girls never saw the Saja boys in their Jeonbok and Gat hats. As a matter of fact, the boys wore that outfit only twice in that movie. The first was when Jinu pitched the idea of a demon boy band to Gui Ma, and the second was during their performance of Your Idol, which hadn't even happened yet. Speaking of inconsistencies, did you catch the big bathhouse boo-boo? In the middle of her fight with Jinu inside the bathhouse, Rumi's sleeve gets ripped open, revealing her demon markings. But then in the very next scene, when Rumi pins Jinu down against the wall, the rip is gone, as if her sleeve magically patched itself up. But then, literally 1 second later when we see Rumi's angry face, the rip shows up again. The camera even shows the rip and her demon markings close up. We're confused. Is her sleeve ripped or not? It's playing hide and seek, just like her earrings. For a movie with a whopping $100 million budget, you'd think they would pay a bit more attention to details like this. But that's not the only time her demon marks play peekaboo. Remember when Huntrix went out hunting for demons? There was a quick shot where a demon attacked 3 Ajumas who were jogging. Rumi heroically swooped in and cut down the demon in the blink of an eye. But that's where things get a bit funky. See, that scene moved way too fast. If you slow the scene down, you would see that Rumi is wearing a crop top shirt with short sleeves. And shockingly, there are no demon markings on her body, even though they're supposed to be all over her arms. But guys, this mistake takes the cake, because it changes the way you see the entire movie completely. Remember this scene? At first, the scene seems to be brilliant. The demons actually shapeshift into the form of Zoey and Mira to trick and expose Rumi's true identity. But wait, hold up. Let's think about this for a sec. The entire purpose of the Saja boys even existing is to steal Huntrix's fans to make the Hunmoon collapse. Now, if they had the power to shapeshift into Huntrix members the entire time, which they clearly do, then wouldn't it have been so much easier and faster to just disguise themselves as the Huntrix from the very start? They could have just turned their own fans against them by pretending to be an evil Huntrix and causing chaos and destruction. And with that simple, no-brainer approach, they could have collapsed the Hunmoon in like an hour. They didn't need to go to the effort of creating a whole fake band with their own songs and branding, when they could have just easily shapeshifted into Huntrix. It makes Gui Ma look like a fool. Or more likely, it's just a massive plot hole. And it gets worse. The shapeshifting demons somehow knew the exact lyrics to take down, word for word. But Huntrix had literally just written that song. It wasn't released, previewed, or performed anywhere. So how did the Saja boys know the lyrics to even pull off this performance? The answer is, they didn't. They couldn't have. It's just another fail. Here's our theory, and it's got to do with the secret we promised you in the beginning. You see, K-pop Demon Hunters was originally supposed to be an R-rated movie for audiences 17 and over, just like lots of anime. But during the storyboarding process, Sony and Netflix decided that they wanted to broaden the audience and appeal to younger viewers, so they had to switch things up unexpectedly. Our guess is that a lot of these plot holes and slip-ups, like the removal of the underpants scene and the accidental reveal that the Saja boys could have easily shapeshifted into Huntrix the whole time, had something to do with that sudden switch to a younger viewership. What do you guys think? Maybe the creators just got confused, cause hey, at the end of the day, nobody's perfect, right? Oh, by the way, if you want to know a crazy, deleted plotline from the original R-rated cut that's gonna make you crash out, make sure to click on the video up on screen now. Creators confirmed that Rumi and Jinu were originally supposed to, well, just check out the video and you'll see. Alright guys, till next time, thanks so much for watching.